What's going on, boys and girls? I am at the friendly neighborhood FEMA camp, getting ready to buy some supplies before they lock me up in there. Anyway, real quick, man, there's a article I just read that Japan is getting ready to dump 100 million tons of radioactive water into the ocean because of that Fukushima disaster that happened 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and it's still, they're dumping water on these cores that are in the earth that are still hot and still melting, and they got to keep water on these cores up until this day so these things don't melt down so far wherever into the water tables, wherever they're going to go. I have no idea. Anyway, guys, so it's still a complete disaster until this day. And what they're doing is they're taking all this water, and they've already lost hundreds of billions of gallons of water into the ocean. It's already made its way over to California. That was in the beginning. But now they have tanks that they're storing all this contaminated water. Even up to this day, they're still putting up all these tanks, these huge tanks full of water. And these tanks are so poorly constructed that they're leaking, so they have nowhere else to put all this water. Okay, guys, so they want to dump 100 million tons into the ocean right now, today. That's their plan. But it is so contaminated, the water inside these tanks, that they don't exactly know how they're going to get it out of the tanks and into the ocean. That's how contaminated this stuff is. If that's not sad and that's not disturbing, I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, the fact is, and this is one nuclear plant out of how many thousands around the world. And you guys understand that your governments, the demons that run the world, you understand what they're doing with these nuclear plants. They do not need these nuclear plants to make the electricity. Okay, you got the sun, you got the water, you got all kinds of ways to make electricity. And they know it, and they've known it for all this time. But what they do with these spent fuel rods from these nuclear plants is they make nuclear weapons. Okay, guys? So what they do to the sheep of the world, the dumbed down idiots who let the government demons do exactly what they want, they lie to you, they manipulate you, and tell you that these nuclear power plants are needed for electricity. No, they're not. What they're doing is making nuclear weapons. That's the main goal of these power plants. That's why the United States went after Iran, you know, 4, 5, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, to stop them from building their own power plants so they can make their own nuclear weapons, right? You know, we can make some to blow up the world, but we don't want Iran doing it. Anyway, guys, yeah, there's more electricity in the ocean currents and the sun, and I mean more electricity just in that air power. I mean, dude, more than you could ever use. And they know that. Again, guys, again, it's sad. It's really sad. Again, this is one single nuclear plant over in Fukushima, one that has caused all this destruction, and it's going to remain causing all this destruction. Again, up until this day, they're pouring millions and millions and millions of barrels of water on these fuel rods that are down in the earth to keep them cool, or it's going to be worse yet. And it's going to be a non-stop thing. I don't know how long these things stay hot. 100 years, 50 years, you know, 1,000 years. What is it, man? Anyway, what a mess. I'm going to put the article down below if you guys want to check it out, because they're also talking about Australia is having a hard time dealing with their nuclear waste, you know, and what they're going to do with it. No, just dump it in the ocean, man. You got the ocean all around you. Just everybody dump it all in the ocean. Actually, you know what, guys? I think Russia, years ago, 20 years, 30, 40 years ago, was dumping barrels of nuclear waste into the ocean. Barrels. They're putting it into barrels encased in cement, I think. I don't know what it was. Maybe not even that. But they're dumping it out in the ocean. And they're saying that has been leaking because of the corrosive salts in the ocean, and the nuclear waste on the inside of the barrels has been eating away at the barrels. and most of them are already broken open, if not, you know, severely damaged, and all that nuclear waste from Russia years ago has been leaking into the oceans. You know, doesn't the Bible talk about, you know, the ocean becoming wormwood, and that every living thing in the ocean dies, you know, towards the last days, which would be probably from nuclear waste or maybe a meteorite hit or whatever, who knows. All right, guys, I'm gonna put that article down below. Check it out. Peace out. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.